Alright guys, this is Tim from Grumpy Old Mechanics. I'm at my house today. This is 2013 Yukon Denali. Got a misfire on cylinder number 7. Kinda have a bad feeling it's gonna be a collapse lifter or a camshaft, but we're gonna go through the normal diag. Customer already put a coil on, didn't fix anything. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna pull the number 7 spark plug wire off and see if we have spark coming out of it. Alright guys, so I got the spark plug wire pulled off. I'm going to start it up real quick. If you look down in there, you can see we have good spark out of that coil. I didn't do anything except there's no plug on there or anything. You don't need a spark plug, you just pull it off. As long as it hits the ground, it'll spark. There's good coil spark coming out of it. Now I'm going to pull the spark plug out quick, make sure it's not fouled. The spark plugs and the wires are all fairly new. They were done about 2,000 miles ago. That's normal maintenance. So let me get that plug pulled out and see what it looks like. Alright guys, I hope you can see that. The spark plug is definitely fouled out. There's a chunk of something in there. Like I said, these plugs are only a couple months old, so this is definitely a sign of a failure in that cylinder. I can probably get away with replacing this plug, and it'll probably be okay for a little while, but it's just going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again because of oil consumption. So I'm going to run to Advance, I'm going to get a new plug, and then I'll be back in a bit. Alright guys, here's the deal. I put that one spark plug in. It now runs good. I just put the spark plug in loosely. I'm going to pull everything back apart again. I'm going to try flooding that cylinder with seafoam and leave it sit and see if I can't free those rings up. I'm going to go try that right now and see what happens. Okay guys, we have this 2013 Yukon here with the Buy 3. Had a misfire on cylinder 7. I thought for sure it was going to be a collapse lifter. It wasn't. It was just a very oil-fouled spark plug, which means the rings are probably going bad. So what I did was I put a funnel and a tube down the spark plug hole. I flooded the whole thing with seafoam. I'm going to leave it sit a couple hours, put it all back together. After I have it back together, I'm going to start it, run it and warm it up. And now I'm going to spray seafoam directly through the intake manifold to try to get all the other cylinders that don't have that bad of an oil consumption problem yet, but trying to prevent it from happening. And we'll have to see how it works. Won't know for a couple thousand miles. Okay, I got the first round of cleaner ran through. It was smoking a lot worse than this about 10-15 seconds ago. I'm going to leave it warm up and run the second round through. And things should run like a top and hopefully aren't going to have any more problems. We are going to delete the cylinder on demand in a couple days. I don't have the parts to do it quite yet, but that'll add a ton of longevity to this motor and only lose a few miles per gallon on the highway. Alright guys, so it'll run okay. I unplugged the mass overflow sensor. If it was plugged in, it wouldn't run right at all because it'd be reading all sorts of weird incoming air. So now I'm going to just start spraying the inside of the throttle body down. And this will work its way the whole way through the intake, down into each cylinder, and hopefully make everything sparkly shiny down there and get some very, very, very good runnability. Should notice a huge difference after this is done. There's a very good chance it's probably going to shut off while I'm doing this. I want to soak it. So I'm literally just spraying as much as I can in there. I'm actually kind of surprised it hasn't shut off. I know the old way we used to do it would make it shut off all the time. But I'm going to spray as much as I can in there. I'm going to kill the motor, leave it sit for a while, and that'll help loosen up the rest of the piston rings and the valves if there is any problem with them at all. Guys, I got round 2 of the cleaner put through. I'm going to show you here how much carbon blows out of the back of this thing here in a minute. This is the point where I hope the neighbors don't call the fire department on me. It'll probably smoke like this for 15-20 minutes. I'm just going to leave it run, leave all the cleaner come out, and that's how you clean the top of these motors and hopefully fix the oil consumption problem on cylinder 7. I hope you guys liked the video. Please like and subscribe.